Let us imagine what the world would look like if people thought rationally. If through our efforts, the argument wins the day, wins the future. Imagine a world where the truth-shredding viciousness of verbal abuse no longer decided the day. A world where learned and nimble minds could peacefully and positively meet in reason in reality. Imagine a world where parents reason with their children rather than withdrawing, bullying, neglecting, or hitting them. Imagine a world where teachers welcome criticism, where social solutions were proposed rather than enforced, where choice rather than submission was the norm, where unrepentant, broken record fools were excluded from social discourse rather than vaulted to the highest pinnacles of cultural enforcement. Imagine a world where virtue was as easy as complying to the rationality of those around you, where we no longer had to speak with caution for fear of the mob, the pitchforks, the destruction of our reputations. Imagine a world in which the argument quenched the torches used to set fire to our souls for the simple crime of asking a question or bringing to the fore an unpopular, essential truth. A world where reporters researched difficult topics, informed us of actual facts. A world where virtue did not put us on a suicidal course of confrontation with general prejudice. A world where happiness, peace, curiosity, friendliness, acceptance, all these and more were the norm. Imagine a world where the irrational were first instructed, then excluded if they refused to learn, where anti-rationality was deemed a greater sin than a hysterical term of abuse that could be imagined now. Imagine if a parent who failed to teach peaceful reason to her child was viewed as infinitely worse than a pregnant woman who smoked, or a man allowing his toddler to play with matches. Imagine the gentle, positive nudges of benevolent social feedback guiding your life as necessary, rather than laws, prisons, threats, abuse, and violence. The argument is the gateway to this world. It is what we need to make and enter this paradise. The key to this earthly paradise is not our physical death, but the death of sophistry. Socrates brought the argument to the world and was murdered for his gift, cornered and poisoned in a tiny cell. He viewed his death as a blessing, a release from the hatred and anti-rationality of his society. Disease views the cure as death. It's time we stop trying to cure the anxiety that reason provokes by attacking the rational. The cure for this world is the argument. The argument fails. Everything that reasonable minds have built through blood and suffering, civilization itself, fails. We must defend and advance the argument or lose everything. Go fight.